Okay, tell me about that.
He heard the sound in a mall, recruited a woman right there. They hit the blade. That's his term for working the streets.
Uh,
And she came back that very first night with a $2,200 loaf.
a loaf, meaning.
Cash. $2,200 in one night.
And how old was he then?
17.
17 years old. $2,200 cash, first night out with this new approach.
Yeah. That immediate, huge return, it just cemented his whole worldview. The highest return he learned wasn't from taking physical risks yourself, but from leveraging desire and minimizing your own effort.
Okay, so that's the foundation, the street-level economic lessons.
And that foundation is absolutely crucial because if the street taught him risk assessment and efficiency, his later critique of mainstream society, that's where he applies that exact same thinking, but to the 9-to-5 world.
Which brings us neatly into part 2, right? His critique of the matrix.
Exactly. He points out what he sees as this giant contradiction in society.
Which is?
We're taught money is the root of all evil, right?
Mm-mm.
But at the same time, he says, everyone is basically a slave to this money. You need it for everything. Survival, travel, any kind of decent experience.
Can't argue with needing money to live.
Right. And he argues that corporate USA basically built this system, this matrix, and it's designed, he says, to keep people trapped, worried about bills.
So the 9-to-5 grind is the trap.
Yeah. It forces people into living life mediocre, basically being a robot to the matrix. That's his phrasing.
He feels the control is pretty total then.
Oh, yeah. He gives this pretty extreme example. He claims it's illegal to fucking gather rainwater in some places.
Seriously, rainwater.
That's his example. His point is to illustrate how deeply they, the system, have allegedly monetized and controlled even those basic means of survival.
Okay, so total control, everyone's chasing the dollar.
Yeah.
How does pimping fit back into this critique?
Well, this is where he draws that really stark, maybe harsh parallel. He argues pimping is a direct reflection of money and the pursuit of it.
Meaning?
Meaning it inherently requires a certain coldness, heartlessness even, to really succeed in it. You have to manage assets, essentially.
Okay.
And then he flips that mirror right back onto the corporate world.
How so?
He draws a direct line. The same heartlessness, he says, is needed for pimping. He sees it in the structure of corporate America.
So like getting laid off.
Exactly. He says, look at the mechanism. Structurally, they're similar. Both systems are about maximizing profit for whoever's at the top, right? With very little emotional investment in the actual workforce. A corporation can fire you, lay you off, without a second thought. Just like a pimp might cut ties. He even says it's straight Donald Trump. Disposable labor, all in pursuit of the dollar.